two dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the two dudes and our attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking, so let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the two dudes with the attitudes will bring the heat. Get the point, yeah, it's on, time to lock in. Listen to the podcast where they get it poppin'.
So I'm looking at my unpopular opinions, and most of them are literally things I already talked about. I'm so stupid. I always try not to talk about them, and now I have. So maybe I can think of some as we go along. But as always, Ryan enjoys wrestling, gets to go first because he is our current IC champion. So
that's right, and a pudgy Sheamus too. So
you know what's so funny? You posted about Sheamus and about that, and I was literally like, I thought of like the Spider-Man meme. I'm like, Sheamus do look like Ryan enjoys wrestling now.
I think I'm
I
think I look more like Sheamus than Sami Zayn. Yeah.
I think you need to. I'm growing a beard right now. I think you need to do it and do the ugly Sheamus beard. Will your wife allow it?
If Sami Zayn shaves his head and cut his beard, I think I could look like Sami Zayn. But right now, I think I look like Sheamus because he's big time.
Yeah, and Sheamus did come back to his old music. I like that too.
Yeah, that was good.
So up first,
my unpopular opinion. I don't want Uncle Howdy to come back to the WWE. There. I feel better after saying it. I don't.
We just lost ratings.
I know. I don't think I'm like all these QR codes and the screen going, staticky during certain segments and stuff. Like it was cool 2 years ago when it was Bray Wyatt. And now that, I expect it, unless they do it's something that we don't expect, and I'll be okay with it. But if it is Uncle Howdy and it's Bo Dallas, I don't want him. And it's no disrespect. I have no problem with Bo Dallas coming back to WWE. I have no problem with the WWE honoring the late, great Bray Wyatt. But I'm just not that excited about a potential Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy return to the WWE. And apparently now there's talks that Eric Rowan isn't taking indie dates anymore because of contractual obligations. So now there's talks. That means that he might be coming back. And Alexa Bliss might be on the way back, and Braun Strowman. Yeah, so they're going to do like the Wyatt 6, but there's only going to be 5 of them, and Bray Wyatt's going to be the honorary 6th member. And Matt Hardy too is apparently a part of it as well, because he was part of Bray Wyatt, that tag team in the past. Like, and maybe none of this is happening. Maybe they're just all coming back, and they're going to be their own characters, and Uncle Howdy and Alexa Bliss are going to be their thing. But either way, I don't want to see it. And it's no disrespect. I just feel like that's Bray's idea. That's Bray. Those are Bray's thoughts. That was his thing. And I understand his brother wanting to carry on his legacy. I do. I appreciate it. I get it. It makes sense. But it's just, to me, and maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll change my tune whenever I see it. But to me, it's just not going to hit the same without Bray Wyatt. So as I would rather them just not do it and let the memory of the Fiend and the Wyatt 6 and Uncle Howdy rest with Bray Wyatt himself.
So that's probably the most unpopular opinion you're going to have. But I agree with you. I'm not for it at all. I love Bray Wyatt. You can go back and listen to our podcast. We were pissed off, and I'm still pissed off to say that Triple H and Vince never used him correctly, but then aired a video acting like they did. That man deserves so much better than who he was and what he created. But I like Bo Dallas. Bo is like, was he not the longest reigning NXT champion of all time? I think he still is to this day. Maybe somebody else passed him up, but I mean, the dude had a career. All you got to do is Bo leave. I mean, I'm mad at him right now because he's digging on somebody I want to dig on, and that's Liv Morgan. What the hell? He has no right to be anywhere near Liv Morgan, but that's a personal issue. But I want him to come back as him. I don't need this. But like you said, we're allowed to have judgment without knowing what it is. I'll let it cook. If they want to dedicate it to him and then they run with it, but I don't want it to be like, this is what we are, and bringing up Bray all the time and harping on it and doing that. And I want Bray's legacy to be what it is. And I want them they all had good careers on their own. They don't need to do this. If they're going to, maybe it'll work. I'm all for it if that's what they want to do. If that's what they want to do, so be it. I'll let it cook. But I'm just not for it now. I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I'm completely agree. And again, I love Bray Wyatt as well. And we were big fans of Bray, and may he rest in peace. But I just don't. I don't need to see this. Bring back Bo Dallas as another character, and bring Alexa Bliss back. Let her win the Women's World Championship next week. Like Braun Strowman is a main eventer, ready to like he could become a heel and take on Cody Rhodes. You know, he could be a good opponent for Cody. But I don't need to see this faction of people in the WWE. So I mean, I'll let it cook and I'll see what happens, but it's just not going to be the same without Bray Wyatt.
I agree. All right, I found one I didn't say. All right. Damien Priest should be the WWE champion for a while. And with that said, he should also defeat CM Punk when CM Punk returns and beats Drew once they face off. I don't even think Priest should hold this for a couple months. I think Priest should beat Drew and CM Punk. I think they need to give Damian Priest some love, some respect, and with Liv Morgan possibly joining them, I think this is time for Judgment Day to finally reconcile and be that faction we've always wanted them to be. But yes, I want Priest to beat both these men, especially CM Punk, dead in the ring. I want Priest to be that guy. I don't want him to be these champions like Alberto Del Rio and other guys where they win it and then they lose it in 2 months the first time they face Punk or Drew McIntyre. Hell no. I want him to have a good reign. That's my unpopular opinion.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know. I still don't know if Liv Morgan's going to join the Judgment Day. I like the idea.
We'll get there.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That was one of my unpopular opinions, but I
feel like
I'll forget it now.
I could see. I don't think Drew or Punk need the title, and I think that CM Punk is too injury prone right now to even be in the title picture.
I agree.
So I don't even think they'll have him go after Damian Priest. I see Finn Balor going after Damian Priest at SummerSlam. Maybe Finn Balor wins Money in the Bank or something like that, and then he faces Damian at SummerSlam. And I don't think Finn Balor's going to win it. But I do agree with you long term that Damian Priest deserves a long championship reign, at least 6 months, maybe 8 months, around there. I think he deserves it. The Judgment Day carried Monday Night Raw at the end of 2023 when everyone was complaining about Raw. It was Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes. It was Judgment Day versus Seth Rollins. But they were carrying Monday Night Raw, and Damian Priest was a big part of that. And I think he deserves a long championship reign as well.
All right. All right. Yeah. What's your last one?
Oh, my last one. I don't know if I can see Roman Reigns as a babyface. I know we talked about this, and you compared it to MJF, and which I can get behind it, but and I have no doubt that the WWE with the regime that we have now, they can make it because they've done a great job booking baby faces and making them cool and making them worth cheering instead of shoving them down our throats like Vince McMahon used to do. So, but I don't know. I love heel Roman. I love heel Roman. Heel Roman is fantastic. That it's going to be hard for me to be for him to come back and be like, acknowledge me, man. It's great to be back in New York City. Being that cheesy baby face. I don't want to see that. So I don't know if it's more of an opinion or just, I don't really know, but I'm just having a hard time envisioning Roman Reigns coming back as a babyface.
Well, that's what we disagree on. So first, cheesy, because I want him to be babyface, and
I want him to too. I'm just having a hard time seeing it. Yeah.
Well, I think the fans turning on Cody now is a prime example that he'll get cheered even more so than we think. And I think it's about time because I think he's going to do it not being shoved down our throats. He's going to do it being earned by his work in the ring, and I think he deserves that applause. And whatever
I agree.
Whatever bloodline he's in, Wolfpack or not, that he deserves that long ending to his career as a babyface. So people acknowledge him truthfully. And I think when they do now, I think it's going to be fun when he says acknowledge me and everybody does. I think it's going to be a cool thing.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I mean, I agree. I think he should be a baby. I'm just having a hard time envisioning him, this character, this iteration of Roman as a babyface with that theme song and that the aura that he has. I just have a hard time. That's a guy you want to boo. That's a guy you want to see defeated. So unless he does a complete 180 with his attitude change and everything, then But then again, you lost the title after 1,316 days. You can't come back and be all happy-go-lucky. I'm happy to be back in Boston. You know what I mean?
Well,
so
no.
I'm just having a hard
babyface. He'll come back and still do it, but he'll get cheered and he'll take it in. He's not gonna be like Cody Rhodes. He's not.
I'll see what they do.
And,
I'll see what they do. I'm having a hard time seeing it. I'm just having a hard time envisioning him as a babyface. But I do think he deserves a babyface run, and he deserves praise from the fans. But I love heel Roman so much that it's going to be hard to let that go.
Yeah, well, true that. So my other two, I had the whole Liv Morgan one, and I had the Cody Rhodes. Everyone's like complaining about him, but this is who Cody Rhodes has been. I already discussed that and talked about it. So I'm going to go with this. My unpopular opinion is Triple H era has been in full effect. Secondary titles, secondary people, everything's moving up. The World Heavyweight titles felt important. He's building stars. Cody Rhodes wasn't even a star in his own damn organization that he created. He's a star here. But there's one thing that has not been cooking, and every other wrestling organization has done better, including NXT, including AEW, including Impact, and that's the women's division. This women's division is a freaking joke. And I think it's just lack of time. They had 3 matches in all of 2 nights of WrestleMania. All their matches don't get longer than 7 minutes. We were building someone like Tiffany Stratton up, and then we just have her lose to Naomi again. But why did Naomi even lose to her to begin with? We're not building stars. Do I think Liv Morgan can save this right now with Rhea coming back? Sure. But what's Bayley doing? Instead of building a nice hot feud, she's wrestling her friend. I don't even know what they're doing with this damn women's division. And then we've been needing a secondary title for the women forever, and it goes to NXT. It's not even Triple H who created it. It's the man that everyone thinks is disgusting towards women, Shawn Michaels. That guy's defending the women's division more so than Triple H is. So I don't know what's going on with Triple H. If he doesn't, we've already established that he doesn't know how to build factions. He doesn't know how to book them at all. I don't know if maybe he
apparently he's racist. He keeps all the races together. In fact,
what a racist piece of garbage. But and yeah, he's sexist too. That's why the women's division. No, I just think he doesn't know how to book them. I think he just can't think of it. But we need somebody. I don't know if he needs to bring Stephanie back, and that's why they're doing that, because supposedly she's back. Maybe they need something. But this women's division has been booked awful. These girls become stars because they're stars. We're not building stars here at all.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Naomi. She was like the hottest woman outside of wrestling, and now she's like meh.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And then even Jade Cargill, she feels like she's lost a little bit of her luster because she's having some of the same exact matches that she had in AEW, a lot of squash matches and everything. Yeah. And then, poor Bayley, man, like they completely took her great story and put it off to the side on the build to WrestleMania. And she wasn't even on any of the promotional stuff. She wasn't at the press conference. She's been completely overshadowed. And yeah, this women's division, I mean, and losing Rhea Ripley is going to hurt. I know whether it's a storyline, whether she's going to be gone for 5 months, 6 months, whether this injury is legit or not, it's going to hurt not having Rhea Ripley. But, Liv Morgan can save it. Bayley can save it. They could get Charlotte Flair back. So there's still some hope. Becky Lynch needs to come back and do some stuff. But I agree with you that it's been booked terribly over the last few months.
I mean, look at the simple booking they had. They had Naomi and Bianca Belair fighting over who can trust Bayley. The person who trusted Bayley is the one she's facing next.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have Bianca facing her. Bianca isn't like feuding because she didn't trust her and she still doesn't trust her, or
you would think.
I'm confused.
It's booking 101 right there. Yeah.
I just feel like he does not know what to do with these women. They need more time. They need more matches. You can't just every SmackDown had how many segments with women? 1? Was that the only one? Bayley and
I think
Tiffy?
so. Yeah.
Was that it on SmackDown? There was no Bianca. There was no.
No, I don't think Jade did anything. No.
I'm looking back at my notes. That was it. That was the only. They had one segment on a 2-hour show. One segment. So, and even on the women's, the only segments was Liv, other than Nia Jax coming out. So yeah, WWE needs to do better. This Triple H era that everyone's loving, it ain't perfect, fam. So let's get to it, Triple H. Let's get to it. All right. That's our WWE episode. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, continue to follow us. We are killing it. We're at 1.12 now. We're just moving on up fast and surely. And we just posted a video in one of my shorts. It's already over 10,000 views. I'm not even reading the comments. I'm assuming people are shitting on it, but I don't care. It's blowing up. But if you like me, you like hearing what I say, follow me at HBD Denton on everything. That's TikTok and Instagram and X, even though I'm over X. And yeah, man. And as always, I'm with my dude, the one, the only.
Ryan enjoys wrestling. I'm just a dude who enjoys pro wrestling, and we're two dudes who enjoy pro wrestling. So subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't done so already. Help us boost this algorithm up a little bit, get some love going, and then subscribe on or follow us on Apple and Spotify. Leave us 5-star ratings and reviews because we need to get that going. And then follow us on X at 2DudesPC. And we promise probably next week we're going to start doing some TikTok exclusive content again.
Yep.
And so go follow us over there at 2 Dudes with Attitudes. And
we're gonna add some watch alongs too, right? Let's add some watch, even if it's old ones again. We need some watch alongs.
Yeah, we're gonna do some big things here in the latter half of 2024 because it's still gonna be the year of the dudes. I've been saying it since day one-ish. We're gonna continue our growth. So
yes, sir.
Appreciate everyone's love and support. And 2 Dudes, we're out.
Attitude. Wolfpack, we out.
With attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're Ryan and Denton, they here to get your attention. The 5-star broadcast shit, start to the ending. Whether it's the E or it's all E, the 2 dudes with the attitudes that bring the heat. 2 dudes with attitudes, let's go. It's the 2 dudes and our attitudes, ruthless, aggressively speaking. So let's do this. We're Ryan.